everyone, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review, and today we're going to take a look at the figure. It is the CollectA 2011 Hedgehog. Now, Hedgehog is a spiny mammal of the subfamily Uracinae in the Eulipithecilian family called Urinacidae. There are 17 species of hedgehog in 5 genera, found in throughout the parts of Europe, Asia, and Africa, and in New Zealand by introduction. There were no hedgehogs native in Australia, or no living species in Americas. However, the extinct genus Amphicinus was once present in North America. Hedgehogs were descendantly ancestors with shrews, which is a family of Sauricidae, with gymnors, possibly being the most intermittent link, which they have the changed lives over the last 50 million years. Like many of the first mammals, they have adapted to a nocturnal way of life. Their spiny protections resemble those of porcupine, which are rodents, and echidnas, which is a type of monotreme. Now, there are continually many species, but the most famous of them all was European hedgehog, or in scientific name as Urinaceus europaeus, which is also known as the West European hedgehog or common hedgehog, which is a hedgehog species that native into Europe, from Iberia to Italy. Now these little critters, they can grow up to 20 to 30 millimeters and weigh about 120 grams. There are carnivores which prefer to eat insects, worms, and mostly small animals, but they're using their sharp prickles to defend themselves from predators like owls. Now, let's take a look at the little hedgehog itself. This is a cute little hedgehog. Some hedgehogs became famous in Sega series, like for example, Sonic, Amy Rose, Shadow or Bliss, which they're the famous hedgehogs that I ever know. Now, let's take a look at the sculpt of this cute little hedgehog. This is very adorable. I mean, a very adorable sculpt, which is good. I think this is a great sculpt, so not gonna lie, it's a pretty good hedgehog, which sculpting is good, especially they did with the quills, which is nice, because I remember hedgehogs are adapted in Israel, which I've seen hedgehogs in Israel, along the other fauna of Israel, so the sculpt is good, which is a very presentable, especially the pose, which is a standing pose for a cute little hedgehog, which considered why males tend to be slightly larger than females, but I think the pose is actually kind of nice. Especially the details. The details did a very well done with the cute little hedgehog. Especially they did with the cute little nose and these little paws. And it's kind of nice. Even though hedgehogs were living only in Europe and Asia and Africa, but only introduced in New Zealand and not in Australia or North America, which is kinda sucks because there were other creatures thus adapted in this area apart from them, which I can highly suggest that. But I do know these little guys does have severe protection, but however, they only feed on cigarettes to cover up the quills to make it look poisonous. But I'm not gonna talk about that. Let's talk about something else, like the color scheme. Like real hedgehogs, they have the color scheme that those of originally exist in reality. Like for example, brown colors on each body and head, especially those dark brown colors on each, I think it's gonna be like legs. Especially those brown mixed with white with the quills. I think these little quills does work on the little hedgehog, which a very nice addition of this little guy because this is why it exists. Oh, let's talk about the cute little head of this little guy. This right here is the adorable face of a little hedgehog. And I mean, hedgehogs have the more cute faces, which I kind of like its bumpy nose, which is using for sense of smell because I know hedgehogs could eat something else than that, which I can highly suggest that. And for that, I think the only issue that means, and that will be the point. And by the way, I think I realized that hedgehogs were actually omnivores, prefer to eat invertebrates like worms, beetles, slugs, and caterpillars, though they will also eat small vertebrates like frogs and small birds, especially they eat fruits and mushrooms, which how these little guys eat. apart from Porcupine being a herbivore, that's why the hedgehog still exists at some point. And I think that will be a perfect fit for this little guy. And since then, that's a cute little animal that I've mentioned. So basically, hedgehogs are like the spiky adorableness, so not gonna lie. So we're gonna take a ruler and let's give this hedgehog a measure. Terms from the length, from the tip of the spikes to the nose, we're looking at about 1.7 inches, and which is only at about 3.5 centimeters, and the height on top of the spines, we're looking at about 1.18 inches, and which is only at about 1.5 centimeter. Now for comparison, here's with another spiky animal, and that would be Safari Ltd 2018 Porcupine. I know what you're thinking. Porcupines and hedgehogs are alike because they do look alike with those spikes. Only this time there's something different with them, because porcupines are rodents, while hedgehogs are part of their own family that consists of eating bugs, which might be Porcupine that was a herbivore. So I'm linking this Porcupine and linking the description box down below, and I'm giving this cute little hedgehog an 8.5 out of 10, even though the design looks good. And if you know about this figure, let me know down in the comments down below. So anyways, thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comments below. And I'll see you for another review about the CollectA 2014 American Black Bear. Goodbye everyone, see you next time.